Hi, I'm Hamish Graham and this is the story of 68. My stepdad, Doug Petty, was a professional cyclist in the 50s and 60s.
In third position comes the leading Englishman, Doug Petty, appropriately enough a Yorkshireman.
And in 1968, hence the name, he took his professional team, Crowd Automatics, to Mallorca for some warm weather training. At that time, lots of people, and obviously people who'd raced with Doug had asked him about going out to Spain, and they'd gone with him and he'd organised it, and he got like quite a gathering of people going out there. And when the team came to an end, I think it was 1970, he thought that was it, I'm not going to Mallorca anymore. And he was out training one day, obviously northern England, probably raining, and he thought, well, there's all these people asking me about going to Mallorca still, and so he continued to do it, and he did it for the next 50 years consecutively. Whether you knew Doug or you didn't, you went to Mallorca cycling then and now because of him. So I was first taken to Mallorca in 1999 with my mum, and Doug was out there running the holidays and the training camps, and I went every year, I believe, all apart from one year. I've cycled from pretty much being able to walk. I started racing when I was 17, did 2 years as a junior in England, and then I went to live in Belgium doing the Comès scene for 2 seasons, 2011, 2012. Then I went to Brittany in northern France. Great racing experience. Came back to England, raced at elite level in the time of your Raffas and your Rallies and your Madison Genesises. Great period to race in Britain. And then in 2017, was out in Belgium racing at the end of the year, and I got a phone call from my mum saying that Doug was having to go for a few appointments at hospital, etc. And he couldn't make his holidays and camps in October. And he'd asked my mum whether he thought that Hamish could go and run it. So obviously, you know, who's going to turn down 4 weeks in the sun pedalling around on a bike? So I went out there, ran the camps, went really well. Found out people were ringing Doug up saying we've been there for a week. He's been faultless. You can be really proud. He's done everything that were great. And when I came home, he said to me that next year, spring 2018, it'll be 50 years since 68's basically starting, obviously in 1968, and he was just going to stop. And you know, 68 didn't need to continue. You know, he'd done what he'd done. It was amazing. And he said, but if you'd like, you can have a go. And I thought, well, I think I was probably 25 years old at the time. That's not an opportunity to pass up at 25 years old. So I got stuck in, worked with a few different hotels that Doug had used. And then it was really going well. And then, like many businesses, 2020, don't need to say it, and that was it. And I came home in spring. I was out in Spain and completely got shut down over there, so I escaped being stuck in a hotel room for 3 or 4 months. I came back and I didn't really know what to do. Obviously everyone was a bit of a loose end and lost, and you know, what's happening kind of thing. And then 2 or 3 months later, lovely summer, riding around my home roads in Yorkshire, and I thought, what can I do this? There's no holidays going on, keep making reservations, but then people keep getting cancelled, more and more lockdowns, and I thought, what about cycling clothes? People are cycling, there's like a sports boom in Britain, so I started 68 Apparel. And here we are today, 4 years on. We've got 3 summer ranges, 3 winter ranges. We've got collaborations with Specialized Harrogate, Feather Cycles, and as of this season, we've got a professional mountain biker in Vita Movrin, who is the current Slovenian Olympic distance mountain bike champion, and she's representing 68 in the World Cups and, well, pretty much every big mountain bike race going.
I like that end of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good.
Sound.
That was a good bit.